Oh, hey there. I didn't notice you. I was busy playing my favorite indie games on my Steam Deck. If you're anything like me, you're a big fan of indie games, you play a ton of them, you look forward to them. There's a lot of really good ones coming out soon, such as Temtem. Of course, there's a lot of different, monster catcher clones out there, but there's also things like sports RPGs, there are Metroidvanias, there are a million different kinds of indie games, and honestly, a lot of times they end up being a lot more satisfying than the AAA games that we get that are loaded down with DLC, that are unfinished when they release because they were rushed out. Indie developers don't run into a lot of those problems, so when these games come out, they're generally beloved. So if you're like me and you like indie games, today is the video for you, because today I'm going to show you how to get paid to make content for indie games on Twitch or YouTube. And I'm not talking about subscribers or bits or tips or any of that. I'm talking about straight from the developer themselves. Let's take a look. But before we do that, if you want to support, because I am a small YouTuber, you can hit the thumbs up, you can subscribe if you haven't already, and there are also merch and Patreon links in the description below. Back to the video. So today we're going to be talking about Lurkit. Now Lurkit is another key site just like Rainmaker and Keymailer that we've talked about previously. But Lurkit has a little bit of a twist that really sets it apart from the others. And honestly, out of the three, I think Lurkit has become my favorite. I've only been using this for a few weeks now, but Lurkit has been a main source of the content that I've put out on this YouTube channel since I started making regular YouTube content. So the Let's Plays you see for Pixels, the Let's Play that you saw for Excel, both of those games came from Lurkit. And we're going to talk about what the benefits of getting those games are. But let's kind of take a look at the page first. So looking at the homepage for Lurkit, once you've signed up, you can see there is a crazy amount of indie games on here. Games that have won a ton of awards, games that people are constantly talking about. Unpacking, B Rising, GTFO, Made of Skur is on here, so there are some higher end games as well. You'll also see that they have Temtem, they have Koromon. There's a lot of different games to choose from, and honestly, the selection is pretty freaking fantastic. I have requested probably at least a dozen games at this point, and I'm constantly checking to see what they have on their upcoming list so that I can request those as well. When you see a game that you want to request, all you have to do is click the blue request key button to the right. Simple as that. Now, each of these games, if you click on them, is going to have a set of requirements. Honestly, don't even look. It doesn't matter. Both of the keys that I got were given to me. It said that I was below the requirements because the requirements were pretty high, like almost near like Twitch partner levels. But I was given those keys. So shoot your shot. The worst they can say is no. I know what you're thinking. This is cool and all, but Chase, you said that we could get paid to play these games. So let's take a look at Lurkit Quests. Now, when I talk to you about getting paid to play games, you probably think of all those spam emails you got from Stream Elements about playing Raid Shadow Legends. But I promise this is more legit than that. As you can see here, this is a list of the quests that are available in Lurkit. And as you go through here, obviously this list is going to update as time goes on. But this is a set of indie games that you can play right now, as long as they agree to it, of course, and get paid for it. So you go in, and when you open up the page, it's going to show you, hey, here are the requirements. This is what we want you to do in your content. Because, of course, if you're getting paid to do it, there are going to be some requirements. That's just part of the gig. But over to the right, you're going to see that it actually asks you to put in your bid. You say, hey, here's what I want you to pay me to do this. And then you kind of work your way to an agreement in order to get paid for that content. So, hey, you want to make money off of that YouTube video? You want to make money off of that Twitch stream? This is the way to do it. And when it comes to placing these bids, it's all about knowing your value. Know how many followers you have on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube. Figure out what your value is, how much time you want to invest into content to make some kind of money. Obviously, when you start off, it's going to be a lower amount of money for more work, but as you work your way up, you're going to be worth more. You're going to be able to put out more of this paid content. You're going to be able to work with more trusted developers, and you're going to climb your way up that ladder while simultaneously building your following because you're streaming these games and you're putting in the time to make the content. And the last thing that I want to show you in this video is the Lurkit shop. Now, I'm talking about making money, not spending it. So the good thing about this is every time you get a key, whether it's a paid sponsorship or just a free creator key to make content with, every time you get a key and you make content with it, they're going to give you 200 points per video, per stream. That stuff adds up, and you can actually use those points to get more free games from the store. So if you take a look here, you can see the list. Nothing too crazy in here, but there are some fun games, including the entire series of Telltale's The Walking Dead. There's also Sunblaze, which is a game that I've previously been given a creator key for and made content for. There are some solid options in here, and again, it's just even more free games so that you can make even more content without spending a dime. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what game you'd like to be sponsored by as a creator. And if you haven't already, make sure to watch the other 2 videos because you can never have too many free games. And I will see you all in the next one.